We've made several updates to how the Manage Surveys page works. So now when you go to My Apps and select Surveys, you arrive on your personal surveys page. And what it shows you by default are each of the survey campaigns that exist on the projects that you are part of. The color for each survey is set on the Edit Survey page. So that's why there are different colors deployed. Should you wish to change any of these colors, then you can do that by editing the master survey in each case. And now we've got these 4 clear buttons for each survey campaign. Clicking New Survey gives you some shortcuts to then actually either send the survey to contacts or complete it yourself. You can then jump to see the results or go to the project which the survey is being used on. For each survey campaign, it shows the title of the survey and the project that it's being used on. Or you can click View Questions and that will take you to the survey page, the master survey page for that. You can collapse this as an individual and then it will just show you, say, surveys that you personally have created, if you have indeed created any, and there are options for you to then navigate those and manage that. And then if you've added any surveys to your favorites from, say, the Explore Surveys page, then those favorited surveys appear in your favorite section. So that's the view of an individual. But if you're, say, a project manager or an organization admin, you'll find it more useful to go to either the page for your organization. So let's take this organization, an organization demo. When you go to the page for surveys used by organization demo, it shows you your organization surveys. So it starts off by showing you the individual master surveys that are being used across your organization. It's not breaking it down per survey campaign, but it's telling you this particular survey, the Adolescent Wellbeing Survey, is used on 4 projects. And if you click Manage Survey Campaigns, then in this pop-up, it shows you those 4 projects that the survey is being used on. And if you need to, say, manage that, you can click this and it will take you to a page where you can manage that. And if you ever get to a position with a particular survey where you no longer wish to use it on a particular project, you can deactivate it on that project, or you can deactivate it across all the projects of yours that are using that particular survey. So that's the organization view. And then it will show you the surveys that your organization has created that you own yourself. So you can see those as well. Another thing that's interesting for this organization view is you can then switch to tables rather than tiles. And by default, it will just give you a list of all of your surveys, but you can switch it to questions per survey, which will then give you a column for every field that appears in a contact form or a survey, and will then just give you a grid that shows which fields, which questions appear on which surveys. So your surveys are shown as rows and the ticks indicate whether it's used there. And then there's a slightly similar table for surveys per project. So here you have a column for each survey and then a row for each project, and a tick to show whether that particular survey is used on that particular project. So just some new ways for you to manage the different surveys that are used across your organization. There's also a single project view, which if you select, it will just show you the surveys being used on that single project. And if you go to the tiles view of that, then it will just show you the survey campaigns being used on that particular project. Hopefully you'll find that useful, a new way to navigate and get around the different surveys which are being used on the projects that you are part of.